Hi everyone, it's another tutorial on how I do face textures and also my tattoos for pro wrestlers on WWE2k games. So to start off with, we do a face texture. So you want a face that sort of like this, so it's front on, hardly any light, straight face, no shadows. Normally you can get a picture that's quite large on Google, so once you find the face you need to do another box section, so it's 512 by 512, so that's the size that the 2K website allows you to put in. Then you want to pick a skin texture colour, so it's normally round above the eyes or around the nose that you select. So once you've done that, go back to the white screen box and then paint that colour. If we go back to the front face now, and what I tend to do is just circle out the outline of the face. Right now, it doesn't really matter if you get a little bit outside it, some of the whites, because you can just colour them in and blend them in the bits which I will show you once to the next. So you get the white size. Just make sure you get all the main facial features in, all the eyebrows, chin, and all that. You go to the next bit and just paste it over and just resize the picture. I tend to do it to about width 300, about 350, 400 sort of size, as long as it's sort of in the middle and you've got the whole face in there. So once you're happy with your size, you click on the one bit so it takes away all the dotted edges. Then you go into the airbrush, and these are the settings that I use. So you've got the hardness at 40, the force at 75. The size I normally do about 75 as well, so you get a bigger area covered a lot quicker. And what I tend to do is just go around the edges, around the forehead, and anything that's sort of needs to be done. So like do all the beard, because you can always add the beard and the other textures like that actually using the in-game facilities, having a lot of custom bits and like blemishes and all that. So you can see I'm just going around as I'm blending in the cheeks as well, and going around a little bit around the nose bridge. And you can do it like 2 or 3 times over each bit, just so it fades and just blends it all in nicely. Then once you're happy, to go to the blur smudge tool and then just blend that all in. And you can just see slowly that all the colours will just blend in nicely. And also if you do some mistakes, or if you go to edit and just undo what you've done and just redo it, and then obviously to do around the mouth, between the nose as well, just blend it in. See, sometimes I'll do around the eye sockets, because sometimes if you do that in game and leave them, they can be quite dark. So I tend to just do around the eyes as well, just to lighten it. And then just go back to the smudge tool, just blend it all in together so it looks all nice and neat. I would say with the beard, you can always add that in with the in-game beards they have. And what I do is use a square tool now and just cut the picture in half, so it's symmetrical. Go to edit, copy it, right click again to just paste, so that brings up another version of it. Then choose the flip tool, flip it over, move that across now, so now you got both halves of the faces, and then it's just mirroring it up so they connect as close as possible. So click the wizard tool there and just splits it up. Normally you get a line down the middle sometimes. If you do, just use the smudge tool or just mess around with like going back and just moving the picture. once you're happy with how it looks, just save it and export it. Make sure it's a PNG file. So anything else, the website won't allow you to upload it. So once you're happy with that, just save it. And now what I'm going to do now is show you how I do the tattoo. So I'm going to do the same for this person. So you're going to use these skin textures. So you get a tattoo off the Google or anything like that, so you can just do any large one again like you would normally do for the face. Just find something that's large, transparent as well, you can do. So what I'm going to do is pick skin colour. Normally it's like the colour used for the face. Go back to the tattoo and just paint it so that it gives that skin colour texture. And we'll use the wand. Just click on there, and then this will delete all the bits that are highlighted. As you see there, just taking it away. If you do make a mistake, you can just push Control Z or edit and undo, and you see there it just goes back. So just keep playing with it, see how you go on. You want to get most of the detail left on there. Might take 3 or 4 times just to try it, just to see how it works. And so with the tattoos, just make sure like it's a large image. If you're searching off Google or any other sites, and once you're happy with it, you just do exactly the same as before. Just go to File, now go to make a new one. Sorry, so obviously you want to make it as 512. Sorry, and go to Transparent. So transparency again. So if you just do the same thing, so you edit, copy, and then paste it over to the new square, and then obviously just resize it so it fits in that section. So let's have to resize it just a little bit more, and then here we go. So you can just see it just fits into there. So that's all you need. Just make sure it fits in that 5x12 by 512 box. And once you're happy, just save that and then say save it to make sure it's all in the PNG file. So once you've done that, go over to the website, make sure you're on TK 19 or 20, or do the face photo. We're going to find the face that you got there, open that, wait for that, just upload it, always accept it, submit. And then for the tattoos, go with 512 by 512. Find the tattoo you want, open that up, and upload that as well. Obviously, some of these you can only use for arenas. The top 3 I think you can use on caws, if I remember rightly. All the others are just for arenas. So once you update that, we're just going to go into the screen now and into the game to download the images. So obviously go to Community Creations, Image Manager. Then we see we've got our 2 images, got the face and the tattoo. So obviously we want to download that. And once we've done it, obviously you go into your Creations and Superstar, and obviously a new wrestler. So obviously now into new, so obviously you can choose a face template if you want to change the face template if you want into any of these faces and upload the face texture to it. I'm just going to leave it as it is now. Obviously you can see some not do quite obviously, and obviously the newest one should be right at the bottom. So this is when you just want to scale it down so it just fits perfectly. So So you cover the eyes and round about the nose, because obviously you can just move them features around in a bit. So you can see they're going to structure and just make sure have a little play around. As you can see there, like I said, around the eyes there, you can see it is a little bit dark. So I could easily go back onto the GIMP software that I use and make that area a bit lighter if I want to, but for this example I'm not going to do that. Let's just give a quick idea on how to implement the face textures and tattoos. And say, don't be afraid to mess around with any of these features. And obviously once you're happy with how it looks, obviously then go to skin colour, and then you can just use the skin pickup to pick up the perfect skins. And see there, you get a nice little blend there, a little bit of colour around the cheeks to give that a little bit of definition. And what I tend to do also is go to the body section and go to skin colour, then go to colour picker and just click on there, just so it highlights and saves the actual skin colour. And this is I use, just make sure it looks like one, and obviously you can go to face deformation. Obviously you can just change any of the shapes here, like any of your like features here. And see, I'm just having a little bit of play around just to show how easy it is just to change from one face so it looks completely different. It's not the same as just using a template. You can do it with the templates as well, just mess around with them. Then once you have it, and what I tend to do is use face customization. It's something I don't think many people actually use, especially in the blemishes. The ones I normally use is these top two, first two up top here. There's a little bit of detail underneath the eyes. Some of these you can use if you want. I tend to use these two here, and also around the eyes as well. We're using these ones quite a bit as well, just to give that a little bit more colour. So I believe I'll click on this one now. Obviously you go to colour, and also you go to first colour is what is used for the skin colour. So it just gives a little bit more definition, a little bit more colour. So if I wanted to, I can go back into the GIMP software to do around the eyes again if I wanted to. And that would be the face all done and sorted. And now we go on to adding the tattoo onto the arm and onto the body. So if we want to go to appearance, here I'm just adding a little bit of hair just so it makes it a bit more character. I always take off the eyebrows and the eyelashes. I just think it just makes it a little bit more better when you take them off. And just add a little bit of a beard there, just to see the difference in the character already. Just adding a little bit of difference, taking away the eyelashes, taking away them default eyebrows. And now we've gone to add in the tattoo to the arm. So we'll use the right arm as an example. Go to our images, go to our custom images as well, and then it should be down the bottom as usual. And that is our tattoo there. So we'll apply that, and then this is when you can move things around. Obviously you've got the switch mapping, which makes it look like this, which you can see if you move it up, it does cut away some shoulder, which I don't normally use. So what I normally do is just move it just the size and just let's have a little play around. Obviously if you do it too much, as you can see the bottom, you see the bottom left, you see it's starting to blend and start to stretch. It's not tend to what you want to see, but as you can see here, I'm just going to lower the opticity of it, because then we can build around that tattoo. So we go back to custom, pick R2 to go to recently used, and just do exactly the same thing, but this time we're going to move it to the other side. Obviously you've got other tattoos that do exactly the same thing, just blend them all in, try and marry it up and match it all up so it's not, doesn't look too weird. And obviously just make sure the opacity is the same, and just keep on repeating the process until you are happy. So obviously I've got a third one now. You can see now, just trying to fill the shoulder area up now. You can see that it's starting to stretch a bit more onto that third, onto the second one that we actually used. So obviously that part of the tattoo doesn't look perfect, but what I'll do in a minute is actually move so that second tattoo will now cover the third one that we just moved. So we'll move that third one across, so now that's classed as the first one. And just have a little play around and see what it looks like. So that third one now is now the second one, and the second tattoo we implement and put on is now the third one. So now that will sit over that recent tattoo that we just put in. And obviously we want to put around the bicep on the inside as well, because otherwise it will look a little bit odd. You can see it's stretching now. Obviously now you can use the switch mapping, which is the clicking the R3 stick and then makes it a little bigger. And so just making sure it's the right size. Obviously if you do use the switch mapping and make it bigger, you don't get the stretching, but you can't stretch it width-wise as much as you want. And so I'm just messing around, just making sure that it's all covered. And then do exactly the same, just lower it down. And make sure it all blends, and that is how I do all my tattoos. As if you want any other questions, comment below. And that is the tutorial all done. That's it. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope this has helped all of you. And until next time, stay safe guys.